This is Angie and Murphy. Murphy was the first dog that we adopted from New Rattitude. We had an older dog, Sydney, who was not doing well, and we knew that we wanted another dog. Bye, Murph. We wanted another dog to not take her place, but to comfort us when it was her time to go. So we started looking around for a dog, and Gary happened to find New Rattitude, who had rat terriers, and we just studied up on the breed and figured out that that would be a really good breed for us to have, because we wanted a smaller dog that was you know, somebody that would cuddle with us, and we liked what we read about the rat terriers. So we looked at one dog, and in talking to Erica, who was our applications coordinator, she helped us determine that the dog we were looking at was not suitable for our old dog, because we were looking at a younger dog who was really high energy, and she suggested that we get a dog that was lower energy, that wouldn't disturb Sydney in her old age years. So we came across Oakley, and we came across Murphy, but his name was Oslo at the time, and we fell in love with him. We saw pictures of him and videos of him playing with a tennis ball all by himself, which he still loves to do. At the time, in 2010, Murphy was they said 6 to 8 years old, so we have had him 6 years, so he's our old guy. And he's showing a little bit of age now. He is hard of hearing. His eyes are a little cloudy. But he still runs around and acts like a puppy when he has his tennis ball. He loves to play with his tennis ball all the time. If we would let him, he would exhaust himself. But we don't let him have it that often. One of the things that he absolutely loves is the beach. He loves to go to the beach. He barks at the water. He goes and plays in the water. He wants his tennis ball. He'll roll it down the hill at the beach. He'll roll it down into the water. He will even swim out. Gary will take him out into the water and let him swim back to shore. He tries to, if Gary goes out and is in the water, Murphy tries to swim after him. He really loves the beach, his favorite place on earth, and mine too. What I do with New Rattitude is an applications coordinator. I get assigned an application, and I do the interview with the people that are wanting to adopt the dog. I interview references, and I interview their vet to make sure they are good pet parents if they own animals now. Make sure they're up to date on all their vaccinations and take really good care of their pets. We talk to the references to be sure that these people are willing to be responsible for a dog, because this is a commitment to adopt a dog and to take care of it for the rest of their life. New Rattitude really is invested in the dogs that we get in, because we're all pet lovers and animal lovers, and we want to be sure that the dogs are going to a home where they will be well loved and taken care of. We don't want to send a dog into a hoarding situation where the people are hoarding things in their house, or if they're animal hoarders. We do home visits to make sure the homes are safe, to make sure if they have a fenced-in yard, make sure the fence is safe and secure for the dogs that go live there. We just want to be sure that the dogs are taken care of. If perhaps there are times where the dogs need to come back into New Rattitude's care and back into a foster home. And I also am on the adoption support team. If it happens that, say the person gets sick and cannot care for the dog anymore, we want to be sure that the dog comes back into New Rattitude's care. We'll put them back in a foster home. We'll start the process all over again, because we really want these dogs taken care of. We don't want the dog given to your nephews, cousins, neighbors, uncles, best friend. We don't want to stalk anybody, but we love the dogs. A lot of the volunteers fall in love with dogs that the foster parents put on Facebook. like a lot of people fell in love with Oakley when he was put on Facebook, and they were seeing all the great pictures that his foster mom Stacy was putting on. And I don't think that he would have lasted long at all, because he's just so adorable. Murphy has been a great dog for us. He does have some old age issues that we're dealing with, but that's what we're here for. We are here to take care of him and make him a happy family for the rest of his life. We absolutely love working with New Rattitude, and the folks that are the volunteers is all volunteer organization. They are fantastic to work with. We work great as a team. We have lots of available volunteer jobs. If someone is willing and able to spend a couple of hours a week maybe, or sometimes a couple of hours a month to do some of the things that we do. I do telephone work. Gary likes to drive the transports. He loves dealing with the dogs, and he always wants to bring the dogs home and kidnap them or dog nap them instead of getting them to the place they're supposed to go. And I have to tell him no every single time. But we have folks that work on our website. We have people that do fundraising for us. We have people that do the all-important job of being foster parents for the dogs. It is a tough job to love these dogs, but it's also a great rewarding job to talk to the new owners that adopt the dogs from us. The foster parents are greatly involved. We've got a teamwork that is involved in the whole adoption process. So the foster parents and me as an application coordinator and the adoption manager work together. We've got a home visit coordinator that coordinates all the home visits. If you are anywhere in the area, New Rattitude goes from Florida up to, I think, New York, Alabama, Louisiana, and then we hit Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin. Then we're out on the West Coast in California, and I think maybe Washington. So we are nationwide. I have done adoptions where a couple in North Carolina adopted a dog from California. And we've got a transport coordinator that coordinated the transport. They flew the dog into Atlanta. My folks went down to Atlanta, picked up the dog, and they're living happily ever after. We do have behavior modification team. If there are dogs that need some kind of behavior issues taken care of. For instance, Oakley was chewing everything, chewed up toys, and I contacted them and said, what kind of toy can I get him? And they made some suggestions about things that were kind of non-destructible, like an old baseball glove that he could chew on, and we could play with him, put our hand in it and play with him, get him interactive that way, so he wouldn't totally destroy every single chew toy there was. We've asked them, a number of questions. Some people had issues with the dogs not getting along with one member of the family, like being afraid of the male member of the family. So the behavior modification team steps right in and makes suggestions, and then the dogs live happily ever after they get just a tiny bit of correction. So we've got a plethora of jobs available. If anybody wants to volunteer for New Rattitude, contact me, contact anybody on the team, send in a notification on our website. Check out our website. We've got some adorable dogs on there. We've got lots of volunteer opportunities if you have it in your heart to perhaps go do a home visit. A home visit takes about an hour. You go somewhere in your area, and there's a checklist that you go through and check out the potential homes of adopters. And we just want to make sure that all the rat terriers out there that we can rescue come into our system and go to the best home ever. So thanks for watching. I know this was an extra long video, but it's important to get the word out about New Rattitude. If you're looking for a dog, great place to start. I'll be glad to help you. We can talk to foster parents. You have to go through the process. on the website to apply for a dog, but it is well worth your time, and Rat Terriers are fantastic dogs. Thanks for listening, and I hope you shop and help support New Rattitude and our LuLaRoe business. Thanks a lot. Bye.